Alrighty. So tonight we are going to talk about social media because I think that so far that's what I've gotten the most questions about from you guys. And that's also, I think, the most important thing in your business because that's what everybody sees. And whether you're working out or you're taking a nap, everybody sees what you're putting on social media. So even if you take a day off or a week off or you just have a crappy day, if you stay positive on social media, then that's gonna help you and stay consistent on social media. So I'm gonna share my screen. I made a little slideshow about social media. Can you guys see this? Yes. Yes. Okay. So again, social media is not, it's not the only way to build your business. You can definitely do it in person. You can do groups. You can do fit clubs. You can do all that kind of stuff. But it is the way to reach the biggest number of people. And that's our goal, right? Is to help as many people as we possibly can, to get as many people on their health and fitness journey, to convert as many people to coaches, to help them, feel empowered to live this life that they've always dreamed of, and to help them find financial freedom and everything else that comes with being a coach. So that's our goal. And in order to reach the most amount of people to do that, social media is very important. So, when you post on your social media and the way you set your social media up, make sure it represents your company. So Laura Mapplethorpe's company, or Kristen Freuger's company, or Louise Charlton's company, not Beachbody, not whatever. But you want it to represent you, and it's gonna go far when other people see your face everywhere. Sorry, Michael, but your face speaks a million words, and it goes really far to show yourself all over your media. Um, Quick little number thing for you: you have to post often and post your story as much as you possibly can, because every time you post, only like 12% of your followers are going to be seeing it. It's a very small amount. There's things that you can do in the background to make sure that more people see it, but at first glance, very few of your followers are going to see your post. So make sure that you check that out. Make sure you look at the social media course in the Thinkific guide. Also, I told you, the social media branding bootcamp, which is now in there as well. And be sure to check out that call by Chalene Johnson about curiosity marketing. It's really important that we don't just vomit all over people and give them all of the information right up front, but we let them wonder a little bit and we let them come to us, because every single thing you put on social media, the goal is to start a conversation and to get somebody to take it offline and to write to you and start that conversation. So here is the first screen, and some of these things are taken right off of the branding bootcamp, so you're going to see these things again. The videos in there, again, are maybe 5-10 minutes. They're really quick, and they're just going to kind of give you some quick tips and tricks to update your social media and make sure you're getting the most out of it. So first thing is curb appeal, right? You want to look like a professional. You want to look like a business. Clean it up a little bit, make it look very nice and neat and presentable and professional, and it's attracting people to you. So when you go look at your page, you're someone you'd want to be friends with, and you're someone that you can trust, because this business, we're really trying to gain people's trust. Because when people have weight issues or financial problems, it's hard to open up about that stuff if they don't trust you and know that you have the best interest at heart. So your profile picture, think about this as like your business card. Here's what you're going to hand out to people that's going to represent your business. So make sure, it doesn't have to be a professional picture, but just make sure it's clear, you're smiling, you look happy, and it's a good picture. So, I know before I got professional pictures, I would sit here with my selfie thing like for hours and take 100 pictures in front of all different walls with all different lights to try and find that like one picture that I wanted to represent my entire business. So also make sure that picture is you. It's okay if it's you and a kid, but you don't want it to just be your kids or your cat or your dog. We love your kids. We love your kids. We love your cats. We love your dogs, but they don't represent your business. Okay, so you want to put, the picture that you're going to put on your business card and hand out as a representation of your business. Get the Beachbody stuff off. So what that means is, here when you say like Beachbody coach, again, for you guys, if it works for you, it's okay. But if it's not working, here in the US, we try to take Beachbody off of everything. And make it personal and unique in your little bio. And I have some samples of what those would be in a minute. And then make it public. If you, are not public already, because you never know who's going to be following your posts. And if you're public, then people can follow it, and you don't even have to be friends with them. So you can have more people viewing your stuff than you probably do if you just have it for your friends. Any questions about that? All right. Moving right along. So some sample cover photos, right? So you want this to kind of be a representation of you and your life. So here's where you put your kids and shows that you're a mom. Because if I look at Melanie's cover photo, I'm going to say, oh, she's a mom. I can relate to that. I'm a mom. I can do that too. If you look at Bonnie, so Bonnie is pregnant now, but she, was just married and didn't have any kids. So I'm looking at that and I'm saying, oh my gosh, look at that. I could use that tribe to be a part of. I would love to have friends like that. That reminds me of my sorority in college. That would just be really fun. So you want to give off that vibe of the person you're trying to attract, right, into your tribe. So over here, Anita, you can see that she's a mom, and she is obviously fit and works out, and she has a baby. She has faith and passion and family and fitness, so she's also religious. So she might be somebody that you would connect with. And so you guys kind of see how you want to give off the vibe of what you're looking for. Family health tradition. So she's obviously a mom, and she's showing that. She's showing her kids, she's showing working out, and having that healthy lifestyle with her kids. And all of these pictures are like clear pictures. You can tell exactly what they're trying to do. The pictures kind of tell a story in themselves. So you really don't even have to read anything. You can kind of just, I know everything about them just by looking at these pictures. So that's kind of your goal of your cover photo. So I was telling you guys about those sample bios. So here's some that kind of take Beachbody out of it, because now we've created some curiosity, right? So if you say new mom for a mom, hygienist by trade, and health and fitness coach by heart, someone might come to you and be like, hey, what is that health and fitness coach thing you do? What does that mean? Tell me more. Goaling, grinding, giving, growth is my anti-drug. I mean, that's kind of fun. It kind of like rings and has a good little whatever with it. But here's kind of where you're going to list who you are, right? And what hobbies you have or interests or stuff like that. Creep yourself. So in the video it says this, and I kind of liked it, so I used it. And we've kind of done this with a partner, or you can do it yourself. You want to go over your page often and check it out and see how it's doing. See how people are responding to your posts. See what time of day they're responding to your posts. See if they like the picture with your kid in it, or they like the picture with your dog in it, or what they like the best. Do they like videos? Do they like it at 5 o'clock on a Friday night? Do they like it at 9 a.m. on a Monday morning? What is your audience liking and not liking? It's kind of like hard to hear that kind of stuff, but you want to really kind of figure out what they like to see. Do they like recipes? Do they like the workout picture? Do they like, I don't know, pictures of like you going out or whatever it is, and just see kind of what your audience likes. So just do like a 3 scroll on your Facebook timeline every once in a while and see what's going on. But you want to make sure that your page is something that people would feel comfortable coming to. This is going to be a representation of you, and people feel like they can come to you because you're going to be nice, you're going to be open, you're going to be helpful, and you're going to help coach them. You also want to make sure that people know that you're a coach and that you're open for business. So 2 to 3 of your last 5 posts, I don't know why I put coaches, posts should show that you're a health and fitness coach and that you're actively working your business. If we just post pictures of ourselves working out, no one knows that you're a coach, or that they could be a coach, or that they could join you. So just make sure that your posts are letting people know that they have an opportunity to be a part of it. So if you show drinking Shakeology or using products, what is this other thing? Sorry, this thing. Just make sure that you're also telling people that they can try them, or they can use them, or why Shakeology is so great and what it's doing for you. You want to tell your story with these products, but just make sure that we see those when we scroll down your Facebook. And then also make sure that your followers know that you have a challenge group coming up and that they can join you. So whether you start like an event so that they can see that and it just shows at the top of your page, or you're posting about your challenge group all the time. So I know like tonight I'm going to post about my challenge group starting tomorrow. how I'm so excited, how if somebody else wants to jump in, it's not too late, they can join real quick. And then throughout the challenge group, I'm going to talk about how great it is. And I'm going to do shout outs to people that are in it, that are crushing it. Just so that my followers see how much fun it is to be a part of that kind of community. Does that make sense? All right. So everybody write down 5 things that make up you. 5 things, if you had to describe yourself and what you like, what you do, write those down, and that's going to create your avatar. So let's take a second and just do that. So here are mine if you need examples. Wife, mom, coach, working mom, trying to get by, social, and then an advocate for a healthy and fit lifestyle. All right. So what did you guys write down? Let's talk about it. Jagita, you're first. She's like, I didn't write anything down. So if you had to think about it, what would your 5 things be? Mom, obviously. Hold on, you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm so boring. Definitely mum, training, healthy eating, all kinds of recipes, and then just talking about it all the time. I guess that makes 4. I don't know what to put as 5.
What about like friends? Do you do anything with friends?
No, I only train.
With friends, usually, I think actually I try not to talk about fitness because I am so in it. I'm 100% all the time. I could talk about like nutrition, especially for hours. So
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
If you do a lot of recipes, people love that stuff. So make sure you're posting that with really good pictures. Like really pretty
yeah, oh, I do that really well.
Awesome. Perfect. The people love that kind of stuff.
Great.
Jagita, did you come up with your 5?
Are you waiting on me?
Uh-huh.
It is wife and a mum, coach, personal trainer. I love training. I'm proper passionate about training and my body and how it's changing.
Okay.
And just into more about changing bodies for mums and stuff and how they can become happy and positive after a baby. So
you're like an advocate for moms, which is awesome. That's a really good mums. That's a really good thing. People are always looking for someone that can be their advocate and help them. So that's good.
Somebody could never stop talking about training. That's me.
That's good. Who else? Who else knows their avatar? Michael, what'd you put? I know you already talked to SJ about this.
Dad, husband, somebody who likes to travel, social, somebody who likes to help other people, whether it's in business or whatever it is they want to do, and somebody who's busy.
Awesome. Perfect.
And they kind of fit anywhere between the age of 25 and 45.
Okay, good. Does anybody else want to share theirs? Okay, so the reason we do this is because in your posts, like these 5 things are what you want to see. So I looked at my most recent posts on my Facebook, and that's what you see over there on the right. Those are the most recent 12 posts. And in those, you can see my avatar. You see how that works? You see all 5 of those things in every single post. There's me being a coach and working. There's me with the family. There's me, working out, coaching with their soccer, with my friends, all that kind of stuff. So you want to make sure that that's what your Facebook is showing you as. And make sure your avatar is who you really are, not who you want to be, not who you think you are, but who you really are, because that's what you're going to attract to your people. And post about it. Post about it all the time. And if you need help figuring that out, I can help you. I kind of just figured mine out in the last 6 months. And I can definitely help anybody that is struggling with figuring out who they are or what to post about, as far as personal stuff. Let me know. So some ideas for posting, right? So these are just some normal things that people kind of look to as posts. On Monday, people do a Man Crush Monday or a motivational quote with your picture. On Tuesday, a lot of people do Transformation Tuesday. And I'm going to talk about each of these individually, but there's kind of like a list throughout the week, right? But on the day, so come Monday morning, tomorrow morning, I need to think about all of the people following me. So most of them are probably working moms. So they are probably totally chaotic in the morning, trying to get out the house, get the kids fed, get them off to school, do all this stuff. So I'm not going to post something that's 15 paragraphs long that's going to require them to read it. Does that make sense? But I will post like a motivational quote with my picture on it. So there's so many great motivational quotes out there, and I know I love quotes and I just want to post them all. But if you put your picture on it, so I'll do tomorrow morning, I'll probably do a workout picture with some motivational quote just to give people some inspiration on the Monday morning. Because I know as a mom that they're probably like going to just glance through Facebook and then move on with their day. So they're not going to read what I have to say, and that's what I mean, timing is everything. And I usually do my first post around 7 a.m. And then Monday afternoon or around lunchtime, usually I'll talk about our meals for the week, or tomorrow I'll probably talk about how great the challenge group is going. And then Monday night, I'll talk about coaching because I'll be heading to Vegas for the leadership conference. So I'll definitely do a post about packing and how excited I am and lucky I feel to be going on this trip. But the timing is really, really key. So I'll post at noon something because most working moms will take a lunch break or whatever. They'll scroll through Facebook real quick. And then I'll post something probably at 8 p.m. when kids are in bed and mom is sitting on the couch and has time to read what I have to say. On Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday. And this is a great way to tell your story. Because you're always looking for ways to kind of get your story out there so that people can relate to you. When you put one picture next to another picture and you talk about the feelings between those two pictures, people relate because they say, oh, that's how I feel right now. I could get to that point. That would be amazing. So you really want to talk about the feelings, okay? And it doesn't always have to be physical. And I know Hadley's on this call, and she has been just super fit her whole life. But she tells amazing stories about a mindset transformation or just being a part of the team or, there's always a story to tell. And Hadley, you can chime in if you want kind of how you tell your story because we do have a lot of fit people already on here. I think you're muted.
Sorry. I had to unmute. You want me to just jump in?
Yeah, just kind of share what you tell like when you do transformation posts.
So I've found that you have to get kind of creative with it, right? But I think even if you do have a really good physical transformation story to tell, you have to get creative about that too, because people get tired of seeing the same kind of posts from other people in their news feeds all the time. So I talk about a couple different things, right? I talk a lot about my transformation in this business and what becoming a coach, how it's been like such a growth experience for me, growing confidence, kind of a mindset change. I talk about that a lot and the coaching aspect. I also talk a lot about the fact that, I did originally, I wasn't even a coach yet, but I got into all of this stumbling on insanity right after my second baby was born, and lost like all of my baby weight and more in a month doing insanity. So even though I wasn't a coach, I don't have like before or after pictures or whatever. I still talk about that and try to relate that to moms. I'm also a big runner. And so I talk a lot about that and how these programs have really changed my game from a running perspective, right? So it's a kind of a different angle on it, but how doing this as cross training has made me stronger and faster and more fit, and how even as a runner, like it's really easy to be a runner, but not be in really good shape, and how these workouts have really changed the game for me from a running perspective. So it's things like that, right? It's getting creative about it. It's thinking about your story and not just looking at it from a like, oh, I lost 10 pounds perspective. I mean, people do like to see that because there's people out there who desperately want to lose weight and they need that kind of transformation. But you just have to kind of put your own personal spin on it. Your story doesn't have to look just like everybody else's, I guess that's the point.
Yep. And that's great because we do have a lot of people on here that are personal trainers or insanity instructors that are already super fit. So that's, and look at Hadley's posts, go to her page and look at them and look at the transformation stories that she tells because it's awesome. And it doesn't have to be physical. It can be mental. It can be emotional. It can be financial. Whatever you get out of this business, just share the story. Wednesday, an idea is Workout Wednesday. So if you do like a workout video, that's a great idea. If you just talk about your workouts, if you offer something extra to your followers, hey, try this at work, or hey, too busy today to get your workout in, try this, 10-step circuit or something. Just, offering freemiums to people really like that. They come back to your page a lot if they can get free stuff from it. And Woman Crush Wednesday is a great one because of so many reasons. So this is a great way to recognize people. This is a great way to recognize somebody in your challenge group, and get it out there on their timeline and also on your timeline to show their followers what a challenge group's all about. If you, say I had Hadley in my challenge group this time and this was her first time doing it, if I post about her on Wednesday about how she's crushing our challenge group, it just started 3 days ago, and she's doing so awesome and it's so much fun and I just love all the energy and excitement in our new group, blah, 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 blah. Everybody that now sees that on her timeline that has no clue that she's doing this is now going to be excited and interested and curious about what it is that she's doing. So that's a great way to kind of talk about your challenge groups in a recognition sort of way. Thursday, so Throwback Thursday is another opportunity to do exactly what you did on Tuesday. Again, everybody is excited about losing the 10 pounds, but if you talk about how 21 days ago I was feeling sluggish, unmotivated, confident, and lacked all self-esteem, and now 21 days later my jeans are fitting, I feel confident walking out of the house, I can't wait to go to dinner, whatever it is, and you talk about those feelings between the two pictures, people really relate to those. So definitely think about how you're feeling when you take your 21-day pictures. Maybe write something down tonight, take your before pictures, and then let's see what happens, down the road. So, and as a coach, not just physically, you want to talk about the business too, and how the business has changed you and what the business offers. Friday, so Fridays are a good day to just kind of be real and fun and talk about the fails of sending your kids to school without their homework or whatever, we do that's real life mess ups, because it is important to share the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And not every day is perfect and sunshines and rainbows, but we do want to share that stuff and put a positive spin on it. So you always want to be honest and you want to share what's going on in your life, but then kind of share how you changed that outcome and how you made it into a positive thing for the day and it didn't ruin your life and you're good to go. Saturday is literally just a great day to talk about your family, talk about hobbies you're doing. And Sunday is a good day to talk about the meal prep for the week. Everybody loves to see a free meal plan if you post your meal plan because that's something that they can use. And Sunday night is the best night, honestly, to post about why you love coaching and what coaching has brought to your life. Because Sunday night is, think about you, right, and what you're thinking about Sunday night. So right now I'm thinking about going back to work tomorrow and annoyed, right, because I don't want to go back to work tomorrow. So I see this post on Facebook that's like, oh my God, I love coaching. I'm surrounded by positive and excited and whatever people, and I see all this opportunity to kind of grow and to have your own business and to make it your own. Then I, who is upset about having to go back to work tomorrow, is going to see that and be automatically interested in what she's talking about. Does that make sense? A little bit? Yes? Okay. So just think about where you're at on those days at those times and talk to your tribe, talk to your people, talk to those people that are following you and tell them what they want to hear. Does that make sense? Your timeline is a great way to abolish fears that people have also. So if they have fear of not having enough time to do it, then I always talk about how I can't believe I even thought that I would have time to do this and and show people how I fit Beachbody coaching into my life. Whether it's 15 minutes in a car wash or sitting on the couch watching football was my post today. Just make sure you're kind of abolishing all fears and talking to the people that need to hear it at the times they need to hear it at. So like Friday night is not a good time to talk about a challenge group, right? Because Friday night people are worried about happy hour, not working out. So just think about who you're talking to, when you're talking about it, and what you're saying. Any questions about that? All right, next. So the picture. This takes practice, and I'm encouraging you to get to it as fast as possible. Because like the angle, like when you tilt it down, when you have the light on, when you have the flash on your face, all these things make for better pictures. And you want your pictures to tell the story. You want the pictures to make people stop scrolling their Facebook and read what you have to say. So they have to be awesome. And it takes a while to, perfect that. But here's some ideas. I have this ring light thing down in my gym, and it's amazing. It comes with a remote control, so that I have the most light on me as possible for every single picture. Then you can go take it down a notch if you want, or whatever. The thing on the right is like a Lumi light kind of thing that you can click on your phone if you want, and that adds like an extra light to your selfies as well. Also, you guys can lighten your pictures in your picture app if they're too dark, just to make sure that people can see you and they can see what you're trying to say, and make them excited to stop and read what you have to say. And make sure your background, I know when I first started coaching, I was taking all these pictures in the kitchen, and like the sink was totally full of all these dishes, and the trash can was right there, and it was just so disgusting. And I would just post these things and not even think about it. So just make sure what's in your background is what you want to be in your background. It's not like your dirty laundry, unless you're talking about your dirty laundry, and it's not like a sink of dishes to the ceiling. Make sure that it looks professional and good. And put your face all over your timeline as much as possible. If you look at top coaches, their face is everywhere, and because it's their business, even if they're talking about something totally random, they take a picture of themselves and they post it on there. So make sure you get yourself in there as much as possible, and then smile. It makes people wonder what you're up to. It makes people wonder why you're so happy and excited and what you're doing, and it makes people curious. So make sure you look happy and not sad. So some do's and don'ts, right? Let's see here. Sorry. This little bar thing is in my way. Let me see. All right. So here's kind of like a list of some things, to do and don't. And it's really important to be consistent on Facebook. And, I say to post 3 to 5 times a day. I usually post 3 times a day. But you want to just figure out what works for you and what you can be consistent at, and do it every single day. Hadley says, wipe off your camera screen before you take pics, as silly as that sounds. It's true, or it looks like fuzzy and smudgy. So yeah, make sure your camera's clean. But so what I was saying is to be consistent. Make sure you post every single day and the same amount of times every single day. Because if people are following you and they're like so excited about what you have to say, and then you don't show up one day, they're gonna be like, where the heck did she go? And they'll just find the next coach that comes across their newsfeed. So some do's and don'ts. Don't do like long negative rants about your day, like I was kind of saying earlier. If something negative happens, definitely share it, but then put the positive vibe on it so that you can attract people that you want to attract. You don't want people that are negative Nellies or always finding the negative in everything, because they're not gonna attract positive, exciting people that want to build a business. Blatant selling, you don't want to do that. So you don't want to post on there, order from me for $9.99 or whatever. You don't want prices on there. You don't want, all that kind of stuff, because I've tried that again. All of these I've tried, so you guys can thank me later for doing that, and so you guys don't have to, because they don't work, I promise. Blatant recruiting, so join my team, and there's a way to do that. There's a way to do it if you want. Just make sure it's not like, just dirty. Let's see here. Yelling at your fans, so you don't want to yell at anybody or not understand why they don't understand what you're saying. Politics are always good to stay away from. Never talk about politics, at least here in the U.S. That is a dangerous subject. You do not want to get on that. Talking about things for days. So, this is just saying don't dwell on something. Don't talk about, something for days and days and days and days. We get it. Move on to the next thing. And then sharing generic Beachbody pictures. And we're going to talk about this below. I have some examples, because I used to put pictures of Autumn all over the place. And I was like, why doesn't anybody want to join me? And then I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe because, they don't relate to her. Because we all would love to look like Autumn, but like Autumn is Autumn, right? So you want to put yourself so that people know that it's you and they can relate to you. And then don't post too much. Keep it to, 3 times a day or whatever. You don't want to post 25 times a day, because then everybody's going to stop following you. So just make sure that it's a good amount. So here are some don'ts. So don't go and just post random beach. So this is Carl. Someone posted Carl Daikeler, our CEO. If you just post random Beachbody pictures, they're not going to get you as much, just posting them. If you do post people's pictures, like the professional pictures, make sure you describe why and what that reason is. And because I know, like right now, 80-day obsession is coming up, and I'm getting access to a bunch of the results pictures from the first 30, 60 days. So I'm going to post some of those, but I'm definitely going to have a story with it and talk about why it's important that I'm posting it. Because you don't want to just put it out there and then be like, okay, who knows what they're thinking. You want to explain the story and have some words to go with that post. You don't want to do what's down here on the left, which is an exact post that I did, which has got a price tag on it. It's a stock photo, right? You don't want to do Beachbody stock photos because they look salesy and they don't look genuine and they don't look like your store. They look like Beachbody store. And if people want to buy something from Beachbody, they can just go to beachbody.com and do that. And here we're selling ourselves, right? Because you can buy all this stuff at Walmart, on Amazon, or wherever, but we want them to buy from us, so we need to sell us. So here are some posts that I had put up and got some really good engagement on. So you want to share your results and you want to share them often. I know a lot of people that are working out share something every single Monday. Motivation Monday, never miss a Monday. So we shared our results from the Shift Shop. This was after the Ultimate Reset. I got tons of comments about the Ultimate Reset, and I think I sold maybe 15 Ultimate Reset challenge packs. This is why it's so important to do the programs from start to finish. This was just a random picture of me in clothes, but you can just see like how uncomfortable, and I talked about this over in my thing, how uncomfortable I was in my own skin to how excited and happy I was loving life. And then this was like when I brought my daughter home and was so puffy to just feeling so much better about things. And I shared my story in these posts. And if you go to my pictures, you can find them and see the story that I shared if you want to kind of use those. But you want to share these things as often as you can, and whatever transformation or progress or whatever you are doing or feeling, share that, because that's really what people relate to. So important stuff. These are just some notes because I was just kind of scattered and I was like, I need to put these things in, but I don't want to make a whole picture. So tell your story often. Post yourself as much as you can. Because again, we're selling ourselves. We're selling us as their coach to help them through these products. Videos are awesome, and like Hadley posted in Gold Diggers the other day, they get a lot more help with the algorithms. So any kind of video, again, make sure the lighting is good, and make sure, I know when I do videos, sometimes like my head gets cut off if I move it over to iMovie, so then I have to redo it. So make sure your videos are good and that you can see what you want to see. Consistency, consistency, consistency. And I can't express this enough, that it is so important to show up because people are counting on you. Even if you don't know that yet, they're counting on you to be there. And then add value in your post. So every post that you make, unless it's just a picture of your kid and you guys are having fun at a Halloween festival, that's fine. But when you post something, have a reason behind that. I know Jagita does a great job at this. She's always posting like a quote or a reason behind reasons to take care of yourself. Make sure that you're adding value to those posts so that people take something from it, so that they want to keep coming back and reading more. Priming Facebook. Now this is huge. So when you guys are ready to post like your call to action or your big posts, and most of those are done at night, right? That are like, I have a challenge group starting in 2 weeks. Who wants to join me? During the day, you want to go and comment on people's pictures, because when you comment on their pictures, your post is now going to go across their newsfeed. When you like their stuff, it doesn't work as much, but when you go and comment, then automatically your post that night is going to go through their newsfeed, so they'll get to see it. A lot of people, if you're, have talked to people about programs before or talked to people about coaching before, go comment on some of their stuff so that when you have that post about coaching, they'll see it and maybe that'll be the great time for it. But make sure you're definitely active on Facebook and you're active on other people's things, because that's how you get all those big likes. Also, when I post a big post at night, sometimes my midday post will be something that just gets commented. Like one time I did this big thing of coconut oil that I'd gotten from Costco. And I was like, what on earth am I going to do with this? What else can I use coconut oil for? I want to say like 100 comments about ideas for using coconut oil. Well, when I posted my post that night, it went through every single one of their news feeds so they could all see it. And, you know, you get a lot more attention that way. So make sure you're active on Facebook and really priming your audience for your big post that's coming. Timing is everything. So make sure you think about, you know, where your tribe is, what they're doing when you're posting, and if they're available to interact. Some helpful apps that I use. So I use WordSwag to add cute words to them. Instagram's the filters I use. I always post everything on Instagram first and then post it on my Facebook page. PicStick is a great collage kind of app. Pick, Play, Post is a great one if you want to add a video in there. So if you want to do pictures in some and then a video in others. Photo Wonder. So Photo Wonder is this app that basically makes you look flawless. If you use that, it takes away all the wrinkles. And then Rana has some other cool little designs that you can add on there. This big one in the middle is iMovie, and then this Canva, it works a lot better on your computer, but that's where I do all of my graphics for like new coaches or like team calls is on Canva. So those are just some ideas. And that is all I have. What questions do you guys have? Any questions? I know it's been a long call. Any questions on social media? Do you think that gives you guys some ideas? Yeah. Lighting is everything. Consistency is everything. Thinking about where your audience is everything. And what they're doing. The picture speaks a million words.
Actually, I have a question. So, like you said, to try and keep Beachbody out of it. So on Instagram, obviously, it's all about the hashtags.
Mm-hmm.
Should I keep Beachbody out of the hashtags as well? Or is that acceptable?
Well, here's the thing. And like I kind of said tonight, I found all of you guys because I advertised for Insanity. So I think it over there, it might be different right now until Beachbody makes a bigger impact. You might be able to use Beachbody and that might work. So I would try using it, and then if your post flops, you know, try it again, see if your post flops, and then take it out.
Yeah.
It's not working. But people, you know, Shanti is a name that is recognized in the UK. And Shanti is a name that's recognized and loved.
Fair enough.
Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Because not many people might actually searching for Beachbody yet, but they might be looking for other keywords. So, okay, that's a good point.
So I would try
Excellent.
it. You know, everything's kind of
but yeah, there will be.
Sorry.
Yeah, I will do.
Yeah, everything's trial and error. See if it works. What else? It's just different over here because people see Beachbody and they think sales. So we try to just stay away from sounding salesy. Because everyone's heard of Beachbody over here. It's been here.
I think. Yeah, and here it's so new, and it's the novelty of it that everyone wants to get on board. And I think I don't know how many other trainers. Yeah, and it's just like, you know, all the people who are already into fitness, like there's something that they might actually love. Like we were talking about the Arbonne earlier, and I just thought someone who just takes Arbonne's opportunity over this one, they were probably never in it for the actual experience anyway. They were just in it to make money. So they thought, oh, that one's better. But I don't believe in, you know, let's say these facial, you know, these products. Someone tried to sell me that. I just went, no. So I guess that can happen the other way around. So you just have to get the right people.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, and put that expectation out there on your timeline, you know, that you're here to work and you're here to really make a lifestyle out of it. It's not just a get rich quick thing at all. It's not. And none of them are. So the people that join those things to get rich isn't going to work.
Yeah, I'm already meeting up with someone on Wednesday, and I have two other people like I'm seeing anyway. So I'm going to sort of have them about it. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. That's great. That is great.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm going to look at your social media too, because I've heard it's awesome.
Thanks. Facebook, I'm going to have to remember how to use. Instagram, I'm all right with, but Facebook, I'm like, I can't remember.
I'm sure it'll come right back. What were you saying, Chiquita?
I said that Rachel Brooke will be stalking you on Facebook now.
I know.
Oh, brilliant. Good.
Yeah.
I need someone to give me a kick up the backside.
No, I mean, from what I see when you guys' stuff goes through my newsfeed, I mean, I always like everything. I think it looks good. I mean, I think some of the pictures, like the lighting, might need some work and just make things as bright as possible, so that people can really see. But you guys are posting well, and you're sharing kind of what you're doing and your story about it. So just make sure you keep doing that. And
What
often,
was the name of the ring light again that you were using? Is it sort of, can I just order any kind, or is that, obviously you would recommend that one, so
mine was from Amazon, and it's a standalone ring. So you can make it like as tall or as short as you want. But then there's also one that you clip on your phone. So if you just want it, for
yeah, that
yeah, I don't have that one.
looks really cool. Like that Amazon.
And they also have Lumi cases that can go around your phone, that just add extra lighting.
I feel like I'm old. I don't know any of this. This has gone past me. I'm like, I gotta get on this right now.
I think it's in the training group.
As well, so I forget.
I got my ring light for my birthday. What else? What other questions do you guys have? Anything? Thank you for getting on. I know that it was super long tonight, but I definitely wanted to do that Getting Started Right call so that you would know how to do that with your coaches, because I know a lot of you are out there talking to people and adding people, so that's awesome. And social media is something we do calls on often, and if you're an expert in Instagram, we'll probably have you talk about it. Because that's a great way to find people, especially going into other markets.
Yeah.
All right, guys, keep it up. You guys are doing awesome. Invite, and you will be great. And just let me know if you have any questions along the way. All right, bye. Have a great week.